Hi everybody, this is Cindy from Ideas Times 2. Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm kind of in the mood to make a little folio. I haven't made one in a while, and so I grabbed a file folder and some bee paper and ephemera, and I thought I would see what I can come up with today using all of this fun stuff. And I'm just going to move this off to the side because first thing we need to do is make the folio. So, what you need for this project is, well, I'm using a file, obviously, a hanging file folder. You could use a regular file folder or cardstock, but I just love this, I just love these colors. So I'm going to use this today, and I want my folio to be about 6 by 8 inches. So I'm going to measure from the second line over. You can see the file folder is scored both here and on the back, and I want my spine to be about 1/2 inch, so that's 2 score marks. So I'm going to make this the spine here and start my measurement from this line, and I'm just going to measure that at 6 inches, and I want it to be 8. So I'm going to go up from the bottom, make sure it's even, 8 inches, and my paper cutter has the score marks, or has the markings, but I'm going to just measure anyway. So looks like there's a mark already there on the 5-ish. I don't know, but we're measuring to the 6, which is right here. And then I'm going to flip to the other side, and because I'm doing the spine on the other 2 lines, I'm going to measure from the end, and this will be 6 inches, and 6 inches is right to this, it's already scored at 6 inches. So from there, I'm going to measure another 2 inches to make a flap, a closure, and 8 inches from the bottom, and put a mark there. So I'm going to grab my paper cutter, those are pretty glued in there pretty tight. So instead, I'm going to just go ahead and leave them on while I cut. Although I'm going to have to be a little more careful here. Where's my line? Right here. Sometimes those pop right out. Sometimes they are in there pretty tight. That one is in there really good. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And that should be 6.5 inches. So right here. And then 8 inches. 8 inches tall. So you can change the dimensions on this, make this as tall or as wide as you want, or as your folder is, or as your paper, whatever works for you. So I'm going to then fold it on that score mark to make my spine. And let's see. Make sure that is nice and crisp, and then fold this on there, and that's really the basic instruction, but we're not done, obviously. I want to cover the front and the back with the back is the one with the flap, with some paper, and I'm using double-sided cardstock, but if you don't want to embellish it at all, that's fine. If you want to use plain cardstock or paper or whatever, you know, the choice obviously is up to you. I'm doing cardstock because I want to add some sturdiness to the folio. And so I already cut the paper and sewed the edges, as you can see. I had to save some time. And I cut the front and back covers just 1/4 of an inch from the top and from the side, so it measures 5 3/4 of an inch wide and 7 3/4 of an inch tall. I don't like using double-sided. It's kind of one of those things. I don't know if you guys have the same problem I do, but paper that's double-sided, like I don't like to cover it up, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know that here on the East Coast, a lot of people have had issues with flooding and no power, and so many people have lost their homes. I hope all of our subscribers are doing okay. Betsy hasn't had power since Friday, but otherwise they're doing okay. Excuse me. This bottle of glue is starting to run a little low. I'll speed up this gluing process. I am going to embellish the front. I'm not sure how. I have some papers and things that I dug out, but for the spine, I had these offcuts that are 1/4 of an, or are a 1/2 inch. And that's the size of the spine. I don't know if I can cut those down just a hair. I don't think I'll be able to, but I'm going to try. I think it'll look better if it's just a little, leaves just a little bit. Of a border. I don't. Just a little sliver. And I have one for the inside as well. I don't think that took enough off, but we'll see. We'll see. And I think I'm going to put the dark here on the outside, on the spine. I think that'll be a nice contrast to the lighter color covers. I think I want the bees going down. So that was about just a shade under a quarter of, or half an inch. So this will be the front cover, and this will be folded over. I didn't think about the flap, but obviously it needs something. While I'm thinking about that, we can do the inside. I am going to do the same thing on the inside because it will add extra sturdiness. I have two papers already. I'm already prepared. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. All of a sudden, I've got a little tickle and a cough. So I sewed on the inside pieces as well. That's just a style I like. If you don't want to sew or don't have a sewing machine, then don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I have a really nice sewing machine, and then I use it to sew paper. So kind of like this lighter better, but I'm going to be consistent and light on the outside and dark on the inside, I think. I just love that. I love that paper that I just covered in glue. And for the spine, then I have this little piece to go in here, and I think I'm going to go with the dark. I just have not really been in the mood for crafting lately. So I need to get back. I need to get back in the swing of things. I don't know, do you guys ever feel like that, where you just kind of lose your enthusiasm? And I've always been a crafter. I've always been doing some kind of craft or another, cross stitch or sewing or something, but I don't know, at the beginning of the school year, well, I shouldn't say that, we're 8 weeks into the school year. School started 2 months ago, but this year I just have been so tired when I get home from work. It's hard to find the energy, the emotional, mental energy to get anything done. I hate to say that. I made this belly band, and I'm going to put a belly band here. I'm going to put a pocket or two here, and I made a little journal to go in here as well. And for the belly band, I was thinking about putting brads, but now I'm thinking I don't want to put brads, because I think brads would look better if I did it on this paper, but then that would really make the amount of space I can put some for the tucks. So I think I'm going to skip the brads. And just glue right here. And I'm going to eyeball that and center it kind of in the middle. And let's see about the pocket. And what paper do I want to use on the pocket? I think this one, then we'll have, all three spaces here. A little consistency. And since I don't know what I'm putting in the pocket yet, I'm not sure what size to make it, but I do know that's too big. So I think I will do 3 inches tall, and maybe about there. And let's see where my paper punch is. Can't quite reach it. All right. Well, I think I should probably, since I've sewn everything else, I should sew this as well. And need to make a decision on this. I'm trying not to be wasteful of paper, so I'm trying to use the scraps that I have. And maybe I should use that instead of contrasting. which I think is what I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I'm not loving that. I think I will go with the contrast. So I'm going to cut it this way first. It'll waste less paper. So I'm going to cut it 7 3/4 of an inch. That leaves me one nice big piece there. I'm going to cut it about 1 3/4 inches. And that should be perfect. And then on the other side, I need to make another decision. I think I'll use the same thing. So I'll cut it the same dimensions. 1 3/4 by 7 3/4. Sorry, I just realized how far away I had moved myself away from. Maybe I'll do light there. So let's see. Where's my corner rounder? I'm going to round the corners just a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing on the paper. And I have not inked anything because I didn't really think it needed it. I may change my mind and have to go back. I like the vintage style, so I have a tendency to do a lot of inking. But I don't know, I just didn't feel like this one is already kind of just naturally kind of different shades, but I may change my mind. We'll see. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go ahead and sew these. All right, I am back, and I sewed the pocket and decided to go with the lighter color on the top. I think that's a lot cuter. And the same thing on the flap. And so I'm going to make this a traveler's notebook. And so I need to put a couple of holes and add some. I'm using the here's a score mark right in the middle. I'm using as kind of my guide, and a little close to the edge. I was trying not to put the hole right through the bee, and so a little careless there. That's right on the edge. Once you put the hole, you're kind of stuck. And so I'm just using regular old brads. I thought about putting this in the store, but not anymore, not after that mistake. These have just such rough edges on the inside, and I don't know, I guess I just don't know how to I've had this thing for years, and I have never been satisfied with the way I use it. I just don't think I'm using it correctly. But so for a traveler's notebook, you just need 2 holes, one on each end. swear I just had some baker's twine, some brown and white baker's twine. I literally just took it out and have lost it. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I don't think the cat took it. I didn't go anywhere. Well, shoot. Well, I'm sure that doesn't happen to anybody else, right? That all your supplies never disappear. Honest to goodness. I don't see it anywhere. I guess it is gone. So, I'll go ahead and use some jute. It's just annoying. It was literally just here. Going to put a knot in this. I kind of want it in a bow on the outside here. My eyes are still scanning for the baker's twine. I have no idea where it went because it's just gone. All right, so earlier I just made this little junk journal style notebook with different bee papers and coffee stain papers in it, and a book page from a bee book, and that just gets slid under. And I did a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. If you don't want to sew, you don't have to with the Traveler's Notebook. That's one thing that's nice about the Traveler's Notebook, is that you can just slip papers under there, so you can add and take papers out as you wish. And I don't like these hanging off there. All right, so there's our basic construction, and I still need to embellish, but we are getting close to, or maybe I've even surpassed my 30-minute mark. But I think this turned out really cute, and when I'm done, I think it'll be adorable. I'm going to embellish the front. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on here, but I have, I'll show you what I have here. Just different bee papers, and I do want to do something with this because I haven't in a while, and I have some pieces laying around, so I want to do something with that. And got some of these, so we'll see. And if you would like, I can do a part 2 with the embellishing and the filling the pockets, and maybe adding some more pockets, making it a little more, I don't know, a little more, I guess, because my philosophy of junk journaling is more is more. So there we go, this cute little portfolio, 6 inches by 8 inches with a flap. Not sure yet what I want to do for the closure, but I'm kind of leaning towards maybe a Velcro tab, and our inside with a pocket, a journal, and a belly band. And at the moment, that's it. I might add some pockets maybe to the inside of this. Maybe add something else up here. Definitely going to make a big tag to put in there. And so that's it for my project today. I hope you try your hand at making one of these little folios. It could not be easier. And I bet you have everything in the house to make one. So you can find us on Etsy and on Facebook and Instagram. And we would love to have you subscribe if you haven't already done so. We really appreciate our subscribers. So have a fantastic week, everybody. Those of you who were in the flood zone and the path of Hurricane Helene, I hope you're all safe and well. And if you need anything, just let us know. And I will see you all later. Bye-bye, everybody.